The gaming industry is on the verge of an explosion. New engines, insane ideas, and projects we could only dream of before. 2026 is getting ready to rewrite the rules. These are the 20 most anticipated and insane games that will change everything we thought we knew about gaming.
As long as it is reforged, my wish can be fulfilled.
The Dragon Sword casts a long shadow, and into it steps Yakumo of the Raven clan. This is a full-blooded revival co-forged by Team Ninja and Platinum Games, two studios that speak the same language of speed, bite, and precision. Combat is vicious yet elegant. Every dash, parry, and cancel flows into the next like ink across rice paper. Yakumo's ace is the Blood Raven form, a forbidden art that lets him shape his own blood into living weapons, snapping from razor chains to brutal great blades mid-combo. Its new power layered on old mastery. The Azuna drop still punishes arrogance, the Flying Swallow still carves the air, and the legacy of Ryu Hayabusa is felt in every clean, lethal line. The result is a technical dance with real teeth, a game that demands your focus and rewards it with ferocious, fluid catharsis.
Resurrected the Dark Dragon years ago. Even a mortal such as yourself has heard of me?
You think you have what it takes to slay the Dark Dragon? Prove it.
The very fiend that resurrected...
Less a traditional action game and more a daring prototype for the future, The Grass of Genesis runs on Unreal Engine 5 and leans hard into cloud rendering, offloading the heavy lifting so your screen can pour out cinema. An 18-minute slice shows a sleek rhythm of combat, traversal, and set pieces that feel part Tomb Raider, part high-drama thrill ride. Camera gliding, dust motes catching the light, steel meeting stone. It's gorgeous, it's confident, and it's risky. The same ambition that makes the footage shimmer also raises the big question. Is this a full shippable adventure or a gleaming tech showcase that overreaches? For now, the promise is undeniable. A glossy cliff edge where technology and design meet, daring you to look down. Aikode stitches together two fantasies, living in a world and saving it. You are Aiko, a creation of the Order, trapped in a loop of death and lost memories. Between lives, you roam a broken land, gun in hand, blade at hip, scythe humming, switching seamlessly as giant bosses tower overhead. Then the tempo shifts. You chat with NPCs, change your look, decorate a home, fish at a quiet river, kick up dirt on a motorcycle, or split the sky with wings. It's an action RPG braided with life sim warmth and small rituals that make the world feel yours. The story keeps tugging. Why the loop? Why the amnesia? While the systems let you breathe, build, and come back stronger. Listed as coming soon, PC first with console plans in the wings, Aikode aims for that rare balance where spectacle and everyday moments belong to the same heartbeat.
Are also chased by misfortune.
The hunt returns, and it's evolved. Turok Origins reimagines the classic with a modern edge from Saber Interactive, shifting to a third-person view while letting you pop back into first-person when the moment calls for it. Jungles rise like cathedrals, cliffs spiral upward, and the vertical combat sings. Dinosaurs surge, alien fire cracks the air, and a cyborg stegosaurus thunders through the dust. You harvest DNA from fallen foes to unlock powers, then slot upgrades into your weapons and suit until the toolkit feels uniquely yours. Co-op is in the game's bones. Missions built to tackle together, though you can brave it alone if you prefer. Early hands-on praise the punch of the combat and the layered arenas with a few wary notes about environmental repetition and solo depth. Still, when the brush parts and a saurian shadow eclipses the sun, instinct takes over. Track, adapt, survive. years of whispers, Little Devil Inside steps back into the light with a fresh showing and a world map that looks like a living diorama. Tilt-shifted hills, toy box trains, tiny roads that bend toward trouble. You are Billy, a gentleman explorer in a strange, Victorian-tinted world where survival exists but doesn't dominate. You gather, you mind the cold, you prepare. But the beating heart is the mission, the mystery, the next strange door. Travel how you like, on foot, on horseback or mule, by vehicle or rail, and fall into encounters that snap from droll to dangerous in a blink. The road here has been rough. Long silences, delays, a switch to Unreal Engine 5, a reshaped team. No firm date yet, many expect 2025 across PC and consoles, but the latest slice reminds you why people cared in the first place. It's playful and unnerving, delicate and daring. A little devil that smiles as it leads you into the unknown. In the Lost Heaven, the world is dying, but not quietly. 40 years from now, the Earth stands on the edge of extinction. While the elite prepare for the stars, the rest remain behind, scavenging through the ruins of civilization, fighting for air, food, and hope. You play as a survivor with a mechanical arm and a loyal robot companion, battling through overgrown cities and fractured highways overrun by machine sentinels. Combat shifts between gunfire, close-quarters brutality, and desperate survival, punctuated by quiet choices that decide who lives, who follows, and who turns against you. The aesthetic feels like The Last of Us refracted through a sci-fi lens. Mossy concrete, fog-wrapped decay, and titanic robots stalking through the wilderness. Dialogue branches, choices bite, and the line between man and machine blurs further with every step.
需不需要帮忙？
After years of silence and storms, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still alive. Its pulse faint but steady. Ubisoft has confirmed progress, internal milestones met, and a renewed sense of purpose. With Fozzie Mesmar now leading the project after the loss of Emile Morel, the team is rebuilding its dream, a sprawling space opera where freedom reigns. This isn't just a sequel, it's a reimagining of the Beyond Good and Evil universe. You forge your own spacefarer, customize everything from ship to crew, and journey across a living shared cosmos filled with markets, battles, and mystery. One moment you're bartering on a lunar outpost, the next diving into a planet's lower atmosphere mid-chase. The tone is wild, hopeful, and deeply human, a tapestry of rebellion and discovery. There's no confirmed release yet, but whispers place it beyond 2027.
It's about bloody time. Let's see what we've got.
Welcome to Vigilancer 2099, a cyberpunk bounty hunting odyssey where you carve your reputation one target at a time. You are a Vigilancer, a hunter navigating the megastructure, vertical labyrinths packed with humans, synthetics, and aliens, all tangled in corruption. The game flows between first and third-person perspectives, blending driving, parkour, and brutal firefights. You can soar through neon sky lanes, crash into slums below, or stalk prey across glowing rooftops. Combat mixes guns, blades, and cybernetic upgrades in a dance of precision and chaos. Every bounty matters. Each decision shifts your standing, your credits, your morality. Built on Unreal Engine 5, its style screams Blade Runner meets Prey 2. Smoke, lights, reflection, rain.
So, what's the status?
Just confirmed our source. He's been here.
When London fell, Gwendolyn survived. But the world she woke into was no longer her own. Tides of Annihilation reimagines Arthurian legend through the wreckage of an apocalyptic future, where Avalon and Earth have merged into one haunted realm. You play as the last bearer of the Round Table's legacy, wielding the spectral essence of fallen knights. Each spirit brings a unique fighting style: Lancelot's relentless precision, Gawain's blazing fury, Percival's sacred shields. You'll face colossal Night Lords, traverse the fractured mirror between modern London and mythic Avalon, and grow through light RPG systems that shape your armor, skills, and destiny.
As long as it is reforged, my wish can be fulfilled.
Holy Grail. Blood. This is a feast only for you.
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs. To pursue one's wishes is to court one's doom.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn launches you straight into the chaos of humanity's expansion into the stars. You are a mercenary with Pinkwater security, fresh off leave on Eros, until one bad job spirals into a conspiracy stretching across the solar system. Built as a third-person action RPG, the game mixes cinematic storytelling with fast, tactical combat. Blaster duels in cramped corridors, zero-gravity melees, and starship battles echoing in the black. Your background matters. Whether you're Earther, Martian, or Belter, every faction reacts differently, opening or closing missions and alliances. It draws inspiration from Mass Effect, but not imitation. More grounded, more political, more human. New York, 2012. Neon bleeds into rain-soaked streets, and behind the counter of a humble DVD shop, Anton Blackwood hides a double life. By day, he's quiet, polite, and invisible. By night, he's a professional killer moving through the city's underbelly with cold precision. Blackwood is a cinematic third-person action thriller where every choice draws you deeper into the gray space between guilt and necessity. You'll decorate Anton's apartment, chat with a lover, and restock the shop's shelves. Then step into the night to stalk a mark across rooftops or through back alleys. Combat is sharp and physical, mixing environmental kills, takedowns, and gunfights that play out in close quarters. Rolls, dives, and slides turn movement into choreography. Decisions shape Anton's world. Every job, every lie, every betrayal changes what waits for him when the sun comes up.
You're always showing up when I'm closing. Oh my god, what happened to your face?
The ancient world never ended. It just changed shape. In Babylon X, myth and technology fuse into a storm of prophecy and apocalypse. You guide two souls through it: Samson, a prophet who turned his back on faith, and Leica, a priestess of the moon cult drawn into the same unraveling fate. Together they move through an alternate antiquity where magic hums through machines, and the shadow of the Tower of Babel stretches across the horizon. Combat is kinetic and intelligent. Steel meets spellwork as you bend gravity itself with the Graviorb, hurling enemies or shaping the battlefield around you. Environments crumble and reform in reaction to your choices, and dialogue shifts the course of civilization. Every decision, moral or tactical, reverberates through the living world. Babylon X is both epic and intimate, a vision of humanity's oldest myths reborn in iron and fire.
Shapes are important, but you need to feel them.
Oh, I felt that one.
Listen, you can run away from yourself as long as you want, but don't abandon those who are dear to you before it's too late.
Sorry,
Zoopunk is Thai Game's upcoming cyber-anthropomorphic odyssey, a world where animals, machines, and humans collide in a broken future. Here, civilization didn't just fall, it mutated. The most striking feature is how alive everything feels. Thanks to NVIDIA ACE and AI-driven systems, every NPC reacts, adapts, and evolves alongside you. Conversations shift, alliances form, and betrayals happen without a script. One demo shows a player designing warships at a pier using on-device AI to sketch new hulls and repaint them through text or voice commands. The technology is wild. Stable Diffusion generates art on the fly, making creativity part of gameplay itself.
Do you have any more surprise for me?
Of course. Check out. You can change your paint scheme and badge anytime, and my AI can help you with even more ideas.
Your AI?
Yes. Animal intelligence. It will bring you infinite possibilities. You'll see.
Okay.
24 enter, 6 walk out. Beautiful Light is an extraction shooter where survival is only half the goal. You also have to keep your sanity. 6 squads of 3 human operators drop into a cursed zone alongside 6 player-controlled anomalies, monstrous beings hunting everything that breathes. Every match is a symphony of chaos, tense exploration, sudden ambushes, desperate alliances. You're fighting not just others, but the creeping terror inside your own mind. The game's panic layers twist the experience. Fear and isolation literally alter your aim, your heartbeat, your control. The interface melts into the world. No HUD, just your forearm PDA glowing faintly in the dark as you check ammo or map. It's part horror, part tactical shooter, part psychological experiment. And in the end, there's only one rule: extract or be erased by the beautiful light. Based on the legendary comic saga, Thorgal brings myth and starlight to Viking soil. You play as Thorgal Egerson, a warrior born of the stars, caught between gods, men, and the mysteries of his alien blood. The game, an action-adventure RPG from Mighty Koi, draws deeply from Norse myth. Windswept fjords, frozen ruins, and monstrous foes that blur the line between folklore and nightmare. You'll fight raiders, beasts, and divine horrors using steel, cunning, and the will of a man who never belonged entirely to this world. But Thorgal's greatest battle is not with gods, it's with destiny itself. Designed to stay true to the spirit of the comics, the game weaves exploration, dialogue, and choice into a single living story. The stars were humanity's last refuge, and its greatest mistake. Directive 8020 from Supermassive Games opens aboard the colony ship Cassiopeia, bound for Tau Ceti F after Earth's slow death. But the journey collapses into horror when the ship crashes and something inhuman begins to stalk the survivors. This isn't just another ghost story, it's a story of fear evolving. Aboard the wreckage, you'll crawl through flickering corridors and shifting loyalties. The new Turning Point system lets you rewind pivotal decisions, offering a rare second chance to alter fate, or to make things worse. Real-time stealth and dynamic threats replace the passive cutscenes of older titles. Here, you move, hide, fight, and decide in the same breath. Every scream, every silence, every choice lingers.
Point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please, help us.
Fog rolls in from the sea, and with it, the whisper of something wrong. Bleak Haven is a survival horror where faith curdles into madness. You play as Tyler, a man drawn to a desolate island by a signal from his missing brother's phone. What he finds is not salvation, but a nightmare of ruins, crypts, and a cult that worships something ancient beneath the soil. Every step counts. Ammunition is scarce, weapons break, and crafting tools becomes a matter of life and death. Combat is visceral. Finishers rip through twisted bodies, and silence is often your only ally. Between blood and shadow, puzzles hide fragments of truth that piece together a tale of guilt, sacrifice, and corrupted faith. Miles beneath the ocean, pressure crushes everything, except fear. Dark mass drags you into the abyss as Alice, a deep-sea explorer who uncovers a sunken manor sealed within the wreck of an ancient ship. Inside its drowned halls, something stirs. Developed by Path Games, this is underwater horror redefined. Slow, claustrophobic, and merciless. You'll drift through zero-light corridors, solving ritual puzzles while balancing oxygen and sanity. The physics of being submerged, momentum, drag, silence, become part of the tension. Communication comes through a crackling walkie-talkie linking you to your brother. Reed, you're only tethered to the surface.
Loud and clear, Alice.
The earthquake has turned. Hey, drop me a crowbar. I'm gonna try to get in. I'm hooking up the camera now. Let me know if you're getting the feed.
In Nazralath, the fallen world, beauty and horror intertwine. This dark fantasy from Euclidean Studios isn't about heroism, it's about descent. Inspired by the nightmarish art of Zdzisław Beksinski, it drops you into a realm where flesh and architecture blur, and gods sleep beneath cracked marble. You wander as a fallen soul through cities of bone and dream, speaking with beings that shouldn't exist, forging uneasy bonds, and unraveling a narrative soaked in dread and melancholy. Combat exists, yes, measured, deliberate, and human, but it's the world itself that fights back, reshaping around your actions. Exploration and story dominate, inviting you to linger, to listen, to feel. After centuries of building cities across oceans and empires, Anno 117 Pax Romana takes the series to its grandest stage yet, ancient Rome, at the height of its power. You begin as a governor in the year 117 AD, choosing between two starting provinces, the disciplined heartland of Latium or the wild frontier of Albion. Each offers a different rhythm, Roman precision or Celtic resilience. For the first time, city planning breaks from the grid, letting streets flow like rivers through your settlements. Production buildings radiate influence, shaping efficiency and aesthetics. But beneath the marble and order lies tension. Do you embrace Romanization or preserve the native spirit of your people? Every policy, trade route, and alliance shifts your province's identity.
Libraries and grammatical schools pave the way for technological advancement. Believing in Neptune grants faster ships and bountiful sea production, while believing in Mars empowers your traditions or remain loyal to Roman ambition. Your choices will